This is the Wednesday, August the 10th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Meteorologist Matthew East here along with you. Another very humid, soupy morning underway out there across the region. There's a couple of web cameras across the beautiful state of North Carolina. Kill Devil Hills, Avalon Pier web camera on the left. Beach Mountain Parkway cam from our friends at resortcams.com on the right. Foggy start to the day up there in the mountains with a temperature of 65 and 77 there in the Outer Banks at Kill Devil Hills. Temperatures yesterday well up into the 80s and 90s across the southeastern part of the country. A very warm and humid day once again. Take a look at the Carolinas. 95 in Fayetteville, 90 in Columbia, 89 yesterday in Wilmington. It was 91 in Cape Hatteras and Raleigh. A lot of upper 80s and mid 80s across the Triad viewing area. And then a little bit hotter down around the Charlotte viewing area yesterday afternoon. 91 in Monroe, 90 in Wadesboro. It was 90 in Gastonia and Rockingham as well. This morning, it's a lot of 70s on the board, a few 60s mixed into the mountains in the northernmost foothills, 82 in Myrtle Beach. And yep, dew point's still way up there. It is still a very soupy, tropical type air mass in place here across the region. Yesterday's radar showed you these scattered showers and thunderstorms. If you weren't familiar with the weather pattern, kind of looked like it was going the wrong way. Everything moving from southeast to northwest yesterday with the movement of those showers and thunderstorms. As expected, did have a few pockets of pretty heavy rainfall. I'll highlight a couple of those areas here. Let's start off here in the western part of the Triad region. Parts of Forsyth County, Stokes County, 1-2 inches plus of rain. Bullseye of over 1 inch of rain in Yadkin County as well. And then we'll pan down here toward Charlotte, and really right on the west side of downtown Charlotte. You had a pretty good area of rainfall occur, up over an inch to an inch and a half of rain there in that part of the region yesterday. This morning, things are pretty quiet. A few sprinkles and showers in the mountains and the westernmost foothills, but that's really about it at the moment. Not a lot going on here as we start off this Wednesday morning. Now, along the Gulf Coast and the northern Gulf of Mexico, tremendous rains continue. All kinds of problems with rain probably forming in the lower Mississippi Valley, right along the mouth of the Mississippi River in coming days. There's again the radar early this morning. These are your 3-day rain totals to this point. Some big numbers in there. In fact, let me see if I can just give you for instance here. We'll zoom in here to the Big Bend region of Florida. And I'll show you some of these radar estimated rain totals, and they are some pretty incredible numbers. 10, 12, 14 inches of rain in that part of the Gulf Coast, and that's shifting westward. So let me show you what we're looking at in terms of potential rain amounts here. This is what the European model is printing out. Now, other models generate even more than this, and I'll show you the WPC hand-drawn chart here coming up in just a second. But notice these rain totals really stacking up. Florida Panhandle region back toward Louisiana as we go forward in time. And there's your fairly persistent low pressure area, keeping the action centered down along the Gulf Coast with heavy rain. But we also remain in this southeasterly flow here in the Carolinas. And so that means another day with these scattered showers and thunderstorms developing and moving from southeast to northwest. There's the high resolution modeling. You get the idea. Everything traveling from southeast to northwest, and again, could be some pretty heavy pockets of rainfall. There's the high temperatures rather this afternoon. A warm and very, very humid weather day. Now tomorrow, I believe the coverage of storms begins to decrease just a bit as that deeper plume of tropical moisture begins to move further to the west. Let me get back to there. There's tomorrow. Now as we get on into your Thursday afternoon, there's your highs. A lot of upper 80s and lower 90s on the board. Friday, a few isolated showers and thunderstorms out there. And highs Friday, upper 80s and low 90s, and a lot of us in the low to mid 90s for highs over the weekend. Tropics still very quiet. No sign of any tropical development anywhere across the Atlantic basin. All right, aloft, here's what's happening with the upper level pattern. There's that disturbance at 500 millibars along the Gulf Coast, retrograding westward, and then to Louisiana there in the lower Mississippi Valley by Saturday. And then here comes the next front approaching on Tuesday. Thought this was interesting. Here's the height pattern off the European model. Actually, this is the GFS model. So this is the GFS for Monday. And then you go out to the following Friday. So Friday of next week, look at this trough over the eastern part of the country. And if you're wondering if the European has a trough, yep, sure does. So it looks like the heat will take a break as we get later on into next week, and even later on in the run of the GFS. This is out Thursday the 25th. Pretty good trough of the eastern part of the country. So certainly no sign of any prolonged extreme heat over the southeast over the next few weeks, at least the next couple of weeks. Scattered showers and thunderstorms today. There's tomorrow off the GFS computer model. Only a few isolated showers and storms. Same deal for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Now, I do think as we get into Tuesday, as the next front approaches, and then Wednesday, we'll see pretty good chances for showers and storms. And finally, I mentioned the Gulf Coast region. There you go. Hand-drawn charts showing over 10 inches of rain in southeastern Louisiana. That's a lot of rain. There's going to be some big-time flooding problems down that way. All right, that is it for today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Everybody have a great day, and God bless.